Shalom, all. This is Mike. Just reflecting. It's Shabbos Eve. It's Friday night, and just reflecting on some things. It's been an interesting week. Couple of weeks, as you know, I do deliver bread, and at one of my stores, which is the Ingles supermarket, they've had two tragic events in the past 2 weeks happen. They had a older man, a little older than me, who killed himself. Couldn't deal with diabetes, and just assuming, we don't know this for a fact, but a lot of depression issues, and because of that, he killed himself. And then Tuesday night, a 23-year-old gentleman named Brandon, wonderful person, nice as could be, just a typical young person, went up the subway in Madison from Buckhead, and on the way home had a seizure, they assume, and went straight into a tree and died. So that's two people that I know of personally that has passed away in the past 2 weeks. And you know, you don't think about things like that as far as everyday life, because we're so self-centered as far as us and our needs and what we want and what we need in our lives that we don't really think about things around us. And I was thinking that there's people all around us that we don't know daily whether or not this will be maybe the last time we ever see them. Maybe we won't see them again. Maybe they will pass away. Maybe something tragic will happen to them. And then you sit back and see people say, I have nothing to give. I have nothing to share. I have nothing to do to help people like this. And hear all the excuses. But really, you have the answers to save a lot of people. You've got the ears to hear a lot of situations and help people out. You just got to apply yourself. I know that certain things I've been studying here lately within the Zohar and things of that nature really deals with, we have to do something. You can't just believe and expect to be merited just believing. It does require action. It requires giving back. It requires seeking. It requires doing something. And in today's generation, so many people they don't really want to do anything. They want to be, self-absorbed in their world. Their home, 2 cars, 2 children, beautiful wife, and they're hunting, fishing, whatever, golf, whatever there is. That's all they really, really care about. And don't bother us. And we'll add some spirituality. We'll go to church on Sunday and Wednesday night. And, if we're Jewish, we'll go on Shabbat and maybe one class during the week. And that's all we want. Don't bother us. We're good. Our family's perfect. Everything's good. Everything in our world's good. And unfortunately, that is the majority of the people that are out there. It's about them spiritually too. As long as their preacher's telling them the right thing, as long as they're believing the right thing, it's okay. But in reality, it doesn't really work that way. In reality, we are all one. We all depend on each other. We all depend on each of us doing their part to make this place a better place, to make this world a better place. And yes, you have the power within you to change the world around you. And when I say that, don't get all charismatic Pentecostal, because I'm not talking about any of that. I'm just talking about practical kindness, practical smiling, practical helping people. If you're in a store and you see somebody, maybe they're struggling, but can't go by looks, because a lot of times people that have a lot don't look like they do. But you can tell people when they're in need. And if you're up behind them in line or something like that, and pay for their stuff. Don't even say nothing else. Don't even give them. Don't even do anything else. Just pay for their stuff and tell them, have a good day. or if you're in Waffle House or something eating, or at a restaurant or whatever, and just pick somebody. Tell the waitress, I want to pay for their meal. And a lot of times you don't know what that does for people. Or if you're in a drive-thru, tell the people you want to pay for the people's order behind you, which happens quite more than you think it does. But these are things that you really can do to change this world that we live in. Turn off the political crap. Trump don't care about you. Democrats don't care about you. Republicans don't care about you. The only reason you would get into politics is for personal greed. The time of really making an effort, even Washington and all these guys were in government, but they had to have a huge ego to do that. So don't depend upon the cavalry of Republicans or Democrats or liberals or conservatives or Trump or Obama to come save you, because they could really give crap about you. You're gonna do the best you can, and you're gonna have to fight for yourself here, because there's no cavalry coming. You are the cavalry. And I'm not trying to sound discouraging or trying to sound negative, but I'm just laying it out to you as humbly as I can, because I'm learning this also with you, is that you have the power of healing the universe within inside of you, just by listening, being compassionate, helping others. Sometimes silence is the best thing you possibly can do. When you see those carrying the blue flag and the red flag of Republican, conservative, just sit back and watch and just realize that neither side really cares about you. But you can change the neighborhood. You can change your house. You can change the condition within your church, within your synagogue. You have the power within you to change. And I'm not talking about no new age Dianetic book or nothing like that. I'm just talking about the simple fact that God has equipped us with everything we need. But if you don't study, if you don't seek Him, if you don't, you're only going to get what you put into it. I can go through many New Testament scriptures, and the one I think about the most is it talks about, if you knew there was a treasure, and I'm paraphrasing, if you knew there was a treasure in the field, you didn't really know where in the field it was, but if that land came available, would you not buy that field knowing that treasure was in that field? You've acquired more than just land, but you've also acquired probably millions of dollars in treasures. The same thing is true with who we are and what we do. We have that same thing. We have that treasure within us. You just got to let it out. You just got to release it. You've got to be a light to the nations. You've got to be the salt of the earth. You have to be. You have to do. Because if you don't do, you won't see these things happen. So get off your duffy. Stop being depressed. Stop being self-centered. Stop being inclusive, saying nobody cares or there's nothing I can do. I don't study enough. I don't do enough. Start seeking and just walk out your front door, and there you have everything you need. You are the only Messiah many people are going to see. People have heard Jesus, 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 Jesus. They've heard Mashiach's coming, Mashiach's coming, Mashiach's coming. They've heard all of these things. They want to see Mashiach in action. They want to see Messiah. They want to see things changing. And the fact is for many, for most who come across, I don't care if you're a Christian or a Jew or whatever, you are the only hope. You are the only hope that's going to come and be a part to make them happy. I hope it makes sense. A little rambling, but y'all have a great Shabbos. Thank you. Shalom.